Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking. And after 2 sessions of Star Wars powered by Dragonbane, I am now going to continue my Dragonbane series. So like I said, I want to alternate in between or on the channel between sessions and series to keep some variety. So for those of you who like Star Wars more, now we will do, I think, 2 episodes of Dragonbane, and then we will switch back to Star Wars, do about 2 sessions of Star Wars, and we keep alternating, and maybe I will throw another video into the mix because I wanted to maybe show you something that I will be using at the end of the month, because at the end of the month I will be going on a family vacation because it's the Easter holidays here in Germany. And we are going on a 2-week vacation, but if I'm on vacation, I always take my little travel solo GM kit with me. And I got some, because I have to travel light, I only take my solo GM kit that I already showed to you, I think, in one of my videos, and my trusty journal. But I want to introduce a method to you that I like to use to resolve combat, because I do like some sort of visual representation using minis or tokens, but I don't have the space, or I want to travel light to take all the stuff with me, so I got to improvise something. And so I'll throw a video in, and I also want to maybe shoot 1 or 2 videos while I'm on vacation. So I will take my recording stuff with me. So if there's time, and my girls, they'll probably be busy horseback riding, so I will have some time to maybe shoot a video, but no promises. It's vacation, so but we will see. So with this out of the way, speaking of shooting videos and vacation, I checked, and at the time of this recording I'm at 692 subscribers, so almost 700 subscribers. So I would love to see this number go up to 700, because 700 is a nice number. So if you like this content, and if you've watched my session that I'm going to play, and you want to make me happy because it costs you nothing, then please do subscribe to the channel, because it helps the channel grow and it motivates me, and I think it is always very nice if you decide to subscribe. So with this out of the way, let's get into our Dragonbane session. And for those of you following along, this is my human thief, Naris. And I am in Deepfall Breach. For this series, I'm only using, or almost only using, what is included in the Dragonbane starter set, in the boxed set that I bought. And I was not able to successfully complete the first mission outlined here in this booklet, Alone in Deepfall Breach. So I decided that to reach the goal intended to be the reward for successful completion of first mission, which was basically information, in order to get that reward I had to go on an in-between mission. And so this is why I'm calling this mission 1.5. It was a short 3 waypoint mission to recover some information from the body of a fallen cultist. And I made a little flowchart outline of my mission. So I had to cross a forgotten library, go through an ancient tomb, and cross a yawning chasm. And here I had to fight vampiric bats, and also this very old and unstable rope bridge. It broke, and so now I'm here on this plateau where I was at the end of the last session. I was about to look through the dead cultist, and I need to find a way to get back. And I said at the end of the last video that in order to get back, of course, I need an alternative path to get back to the entrance chamber, to where I can reach the chapel. So I will create another 1d3 waypoints in order to get back to the chapel, and I'm going to create these randomly using the rules in this booklet. So that's what we're going to do. But first, I want to search the body of the dead cultist to get the information that I need. So, and this is, according to the rules now, I'm not going to use the search table, but I am going to use this, I think it's called ransack table, or let me check. No, the scavenge table. Yeah, that's what it was called. So, yeah, because this exactly fits. It says here, examine the gear of a fallen enemy, and this is what I'm going to do. I used this table, and I already determined, because that's basically the goal of the mission, that I find something that'll give me a clue about the whereabouts of the cultists. So some sort of map or written note, but I will also see what else I find. And I think the threat, it already triggered. It was the quake. So yeah, no, you know what? I will start a new threat timer, because actually this is sort of like a new mission, because I'm generating 1d3 new waypoints. I don't know how many yet. And actually I like this timer mechanic. So I will reset a threat timer to 1 for this new mission, and I will determine what the threat is when it triggers. I think to keep it more fun and to keep the suspense. And now I'm going to use the scavenge table, and I will increase threat by 2, or by 1 to 2, because yeah, I take the time to linger and search. It is a 5. Supplies. I can roll 1d6. A 6. I find a torch. All right, that's good. Yeah, so I do find another torch, and I already got a spyglass and mastercrafted warhammer. So another torch, and I think there was a torch rule, which I don't want to look up now, but I'll do this between sessions. I think there was also some sort of torch timer, but I'm not sure yet. All right, and of course I got the information that I need regarding the cultist's whereabouts. So now it is time to try to get back. Damn, I can't use this bridge. I gotta backtrack. Damn. I gotta try to keep my bearings and find a way back up to the chapel. So there's only the option to go forward. Oh, but I'm lucky. It is only one waypoint. So So that is actually pretty good. So I make a quick note here in my trusty journal. So I recovered info from dead cultist, and need to backtrack because of broken bridge. And it is, lucky me, only one waypoint. All right, so I head into the darkness. I light the torch that I just found, and yeah, try to find my way back. So I will roll on the area table. Thirteen is a narrow staircase. Oh, that's actually pretty fitting. So let's just say that there's a staircase here leading back up to a little side entrance, maybe outside the chapel in the Misty Vale, maybe, where I need to then have a little overland journey, a very short one, obviously. But yeah, so it's a narrow staircase. I like that. I think it's funny how sometimes if you play these random events, you roll and things just click and make sense somehow. So this is good. Or maybe this narrow staircase leads into an area that I already know. We will figure this out. Narrow staircase. But first we need to see how many times I roll on the location detail table. So I roll 1d4. 4 times. Ooh, 4 times. Okay, so what do we have inside? We have, on the detail table, we have content. So I make a note on my journal, content, or in my journal. So content we have. What else do we have? And I determine this in a minute, what it exactly means. We have 3, an oddity, always intriguing. And we have 1, another roll on the content table. And what else do we have? I mean, this is a narrow staircase after all. It gotta all fit in there somehow. 2, environment. All right, so that's a nice mix actually. Content, content, oddity, environment. Content, oddity, content, environment. All right, so let's check the content first. Let's just make 2 rolls because I got 2 d20s here. So I just roll them. 12 and 17. Moldering tapestries. Okay, so they are right, and so they are decorating the walls, if you want to call it that. Moldering tapestries, and 17 is sealed antechamber. Ooh, okay. So content, we have moldering tapestries and a sealed antechamber. Okay, and now for the oddity. For the oddity, 7. Ooh, a ghostly apparition. Oh, this is interesting. A ghostly apparition. apparition, and finally a roll on the environment table. Eight on the environment table. Dusty air. Oh, this is nice. This all really fits well together. All right, so yeah, let's paint a nice picture. All right, so I got what I needed from the cultist, and I got my torch out, and I illuminate the surrounding area, and I try to find a way back. So let me just update this map here. And this is a narrow staircase. All right, so, and I can't really believe it. So as I am using my torch to try to find a way, I see a narrow opening in the stone wall leading upwards. So I take my torch closer and look, and indeed yeah, some foul air or a gush of foul air breathes out or comes out of this hallway, as I see indeed it is a stone staircase which leads upwards, and the stench comes from moldering tapestries. So maybe years ago, decades ago, who knows who used this staircase for what, but they tried to make it look nice by adding these wall tapestries, but they're only a shadow of what they once were. They're rotten, they're moldering, and they're smelly, and the entire air is dusty. So I don't really want to breathe in this air. So I try to cover my mouth and nose with my travel cloak. But this is my best bet to maybe get out of here, because it's a staircase that leads directly upwards. So I am very careful, and I take a careful step onto the staircase and make my way up. All right, I think it is in order, even though I mean I didn't roll it, but there's no such thing here in the environment or content that indicates if there's like something like traps or anything. So yes, dangers, hidden traps. I didn't roll a danger. Okay, so but I will still. So the rule I will use is, if I had rolled a danger, there would of course be a danger. I wouldn't need to determine this, but I still feel the need to determine if there's maybe a trap here using the D6 Oracle. But since I didn't roll a danger, I will give me a boon, or I will tilt the scale and roll 2d6 and take the higher result. 4, 5, 6 is positive, meaning no trap, but you never know. So let's roll. It's a 2 force, so that is positive. 4, 5, 6 is positive, so indeed no traps. So I carefully walk up the stairs, and I've walked up a few steps as I feel as if the air suddenly cools down, as if a cold chill, a cold breeze touches my skin. What is this? And I'm shivering. And then up ahead, a few stairs up, I can see, I don't know, is it a ghost? A transparent silhouette of a woman dressed in flowing robes, middle-aged, and she looks at me. It appears as if she turns around and looks at me. And then, yeah, I don't know, but does she smile? I don't know. But suddenly it gets really cold, and then she goes a few steps upwards and disappears. Did she just disappear through a door? I don't know. I gotta check this. Whew, okay. But so far, she didn't seem to be hostile. So, yeah, I go up a few steps, and yeah, I reach a small plateau in the stairway, and the stairway continues. It goes further upwards, but on this plateau, there's also a door. A door, yeah, that leads someplace. I don't know where to. Well, I do, the sealed antechamber, but Naris doesn't. Oh, I just used my threat for the oracle. So one waypoint. Let me record this real quick here. Threat 2. Threat at 2. Okay. So just in case I misplaced this die again. Okay. Whew. So no, I'm not in good shape. My willpower is 0, but I haven't taken a round rest yet during this shift. So just as I did in Star Wars, I make this on my character log, this little rest table here. So round rest and stretch rest. Those are the ones I can do once per shift. And a round rest regenerates 1d6 points of willpower. So I decide I will check out this chamber, but first I take a round rest. So I check round rest here and roll 1d6. Hopefully I get at least a 3, because I need 3 willpower to use my ability to dodge, my fast footwork. So please give me a good roll. Yes, well, it's a 3. It's not a good roll, but it is what I need to get at least 1 use of my special ability out of this rest. All right, so I'm also still disheartened and exhausted, but I'm not sure. I think a round rest does not remove a condition. Let me check this real quick. I don't think it does, but this is not unimportant, because I need to know if I need to make a shift rest or if I can also get rid of this condition by a stretch rest. Because you never know, I might have to push another roll. Healing. All right, so shift rest. A shift rest, during a shift you'll recover all and heal all conditions. You recover d6 willpower and heal 1 condition of your choice. All right. So in a stretch rest I can heal 1 condition of my choice. This is good. And if someone is tending to my wounds and succeeds with a healing roll, I heal 2d6 HP instead of 1, and I think the solo rules state that I can tend to my own wounds. So, but I'm still uninjured. But now my conditions, they didn't heal, so I'm still disheartened and exhausted. Whew. Yeah, that was also quite an adventure so far. All right, so I try to. First, I examine the door before I try to open it. I examine the door, so I rolled spot hidden. Eight. I fail because my spot hidden is only 6. So now I'm trying to open it, but I will ask the oracle first if the door is trapped. But once again, I'll give myself a boon, or I tilt the scale in my favor. So high is good, but you never know. So see, 2 and 3, which is, I can use the 3, but it's still negative. 1, 2, 3. So yes, indeed, the door is trapped. And I didn't see the trap because I failed spot hidden. So I try to open the door as suddenly a trap is sprung. Let's check what kind of trap, if it makes sense. 8. No, flooding chamber does not make sense. I'm going to re-roll this. 1, a dragon, but in this case it's just acid spray, so that does make sense. So I try to open the door. As I push down on the lever, in a small engraving in the door, and I didn't notice it, that there's a slight nozzle almost or directly in the vicinity of my face. A cloud of acid sprays out of the door and threatens to hit my face. So I can make an agility roll to at least get my face out of the danger, so that the brunt of the acid, because this would really ruin my charming appearance. Ooh, it's a 2, yeah. Cat-like, with cat-like reflexes. I managed to shield my face with my hand and forearm, but still the acid sprays onto my arm and burns through my cloth, because I don't wear any armor. And there was a damage table in here. Threat, let's see, damage, suffering damage. Let's see if it's slight, moderate, or severe damage. But because I managed my agility roll, I will roll again 2d6 and use the lower result this time. 3 is moderate damage. 2d6. Well, 2d6 is actually not that moderate. But I do have a great helmet. It gives me an armor rating of +2, and I will use this one. So let's see. Ah, lucky me. I rolled a 2. So thanks to my helmet that deflected some of the acid that went through my, that bypassed my arm, because it went up and below, and it was absorbed or stopped by my helmet. And also I tried to wipe off the acid. So I was lucky this time. Once again, I removed my threat die. So I was lucky once again and managed to get out of this one unscathed. So now I'm opening, or try to open, the door. Since it's a sealed antechamber, it is probably locked. So I once again use the oracle, this time tilting the scales to the negative. So is it open? No, probably not. It's locked. And I have, it is 1, which is like the worst result. So it is like an exceptionally locked. So it's not only locked, but it's locked not by a mechanical lock, but also by some form of arcane warding, some sort of magical lock. And I'm pretty sure I'm not be able to open it, but my character does not know this yet. So I will set to work with my lockpicks and my sleight of hand skill. But because of the arcane warding, I'll get a Bane on the roll. So I do try to open the door with a Bane. Oh, it's a 20, it's a demon. So not only do I fail to open it, but also my lockpicks, they break in the process. But I do get to make a mark at sleight of hand for the improvement roll. But my lockpicks are gone. Damn! Stupid door! Damn. So I'm erasing my lockpicks. All right, so this is not worth the trouble. First the acid, and then also my lockpicks gone. I don't care what's in here, so I just continue. All right, so I do manage to yeah, let's say this narrow staircase cuts back to the fiendish altar, and let's say that there's a secret door behind the altar that I didn't find, and that's not surprising because I got defeated in that combat and I had other things to worry about. So this narrow staircase, it connects to a secret door to the fiendish altar, and I recognized this place. I know where I am because the dead body of Gorum, or did we carry him? I think we gave him a burial. Yeah, I think we gave him a burial. So, but I do remember this as the site where the fighting took place. So I can just backtrack my way back up to the chapel. But I do not want to make it too easy, so I will just make an... Oh, I once again reduced my thread, put away my thread, but I don't think I'll be needing it. But I will do a encounter check, because maybe some creatures crept back into this place. So 1 to 3 is an encounter. 4. Ha ha ha. Lucky me. Alright, so I'm indeed lucky, and there's no encounter, and I make my way back up to the chapel. So I'm exhausted, because I'm still exhausted and disheartened, but as I reach the chapel, yeah, I feel a little bit uplifted, especially once I hear the familiar voice of Engfer Stonegaze, who addresses me. There you are. Good that you're back. I was worried. And he touches his stone eye. I lost sight of you. You were beyond my reach, beyond my vision. I was not sure if I could wait or expect your return or arrival. But you did return. Thank the gods. So tell me, were you successful in your quest? Could you retrieve some valuable information? Yeah, I think I did. Look here. And I hand this map piece over to Engfer, and he studies it. Oh yeah, this looks familiar. And he walks over to his stone table where he's got all these maps. I think I've seen this area of the breach in one of the old maps. Let me double check. I need to go through my maps to find it, to verify it. Yeah, you do that. You know, I'm pretty beat. I'm exhausted, and I barely made it out alive. So and I'm almost out of supplies. I only got one ration left and only one torch. So I could really need a break or yeah, take a break, Engfer. So what do you say? We don't have time to linger. Your task, your quest, is of utmost importance. We need to stop the cultists, to complete this weapon that they want to build or that they want to forge. The abyssal spear. But I do understand that you need some rest. Why don't you rest? And I'll try to, while you rest, go out and forage and scavenge to get you some supplies. And then when you're rested, and when I was successful, you need to get back into the breach. I will study the map, and I think I can point you in the right direction. But we can't linger. Well, I was afraid you would say that, but if it's that important, once I rest, I think I'm up for another expedition. Spoken like a true hero. That is what I wanted to hear. So rest well, and I will see what I can do and what I can find out. And then he leaves the chapel. All right, so now I completed this short in-between mission, and I already thought in advance, how would I handle advancement? Because usually at the end of a mission, you get to pick 5 skills where you can put down advancement marks, and but this was only a short mission. So I decided I will cut this value in half and round down. So 5 divided by 2 is 2.5, rounded down is 2. So I can choose 2 skills plus the skill where I rolled a dragon or a bane or the skills. So I will use sleight of hand because there I rolled a bane. And I'll also use heal or try heal or healing and spot hidden. Because these are useful skills and their value is low because you only get 1 roll and you have to roll higher. So even though I would love to improve my other skills that have a higher value, I don't want to waste a roll with small chances of success. So first I'm trying to improve spot hidden. Yes, 18. Whew, lucky me. Which means my spot hidden goes up to 7. 7. Alright, so spot hidden is 7. And now healing, which is 6 at the moment. $14, yes. So healing also goes up to 7. And now the biggie, sleight of hand, because it is already at 14. So I need to roll a 15 or higher. And of course it's a 6. So I have to erase the advancement mark, but the skill stays at 17. And I also have no more lockpicks. So maybe I should have discussed this with Engfer. All right, so that was quite an adventure. It took me a while to get back. So this was mission 1.5, and I will end this session here. And in the next session, or in the next video, which will be a Dragonbane session, I will continue going by this book with mission number 2, which is called The Cultist's Warren. All right, so I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. So, as always, thank you for watching, and stay safe and stay healthy, and I will hopefully see you in the next video, and then maybe even as a subscriber, who knows. So have a wonderful remaining Sunday, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.